afraid, emotions getting in your way. Afraid, but why you let me fall in love if you're afraid to commit? And don't call me in the middle of the night and say that you're not able to be loved. That's not right. No, I don't wanna be that one. Still a million miles from you, so I'm gonna let you go. Oh boy, if you only knew, not a day goes by without you on my mind. You couldn't go on together. You said nothing lasts forever, though you can't deny. Hold it all inside. No, you can trust me. Just close your eyes, knowing that I'm around. I'll be around. Yeah. You're not scared of love, just scared of love. Alright, alright, enough. Just tell me if you want my love or not, or not. 'Cause I don't wanna be that one. Still a million miles from you, yeah. So I'm gonna let you go. Oh boy, if you only knew, not a day goes by without you on my mind. You couldn't go on together. You said nothing lasts forever, though you can't deny. Hold it all inside. No, you can trust me. Just close your eyes, knowing that I'm around. I don't wanna be that one. No, still a million miles from you. So I'm gonna let you go. You go. Oh boy, if you only knew, not a day goes by without you on my mind. You couldn't go on together. You said nothing lasts forever, though you can't deny. Hold it all inside. No, you can trust me. Just close your eyes, knowing that I'm around.
Tell him I need my money right now. Brought me the juice, they stole out my crown. Yeah. Sorry to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup, yeah. But don't waste my energy, my energy. I don't got much, don't be wasting all my energy. I keep it tight, don't let nobody get close to me. My heart is right, don't question my integrity. No, I thought we would be just fine, and I thought your heart was like mine. But let me find out, you've been going around throwing shots, running plots. Come on, man, tryna block my blessings, but no need for comparisons. What's from me won't be from me. Yeah, I'ma go through just to grow through. But pay me what you owe me for I make what you've been saying about me true, true. Tell him I need my money right now. Brought me the juice, they stole out my crown. Yeah. Sorry to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup, yeah. Don't waste my loyalty, my loyalty. I let you in back then because I couldn't see, but now it's clear you ain't ever been true to me. My intuition ain't ever lied, I had to leave. Handle your business, do what you think you need to do to get your revenge. But you won't break me, God as my witness. Past the point of no return, I'm on a mission. Tryna block my blessings, but no need for comparisons. What's what's from me won't be from me. Yeah, I'ma go through just to grow through. But pay me what you owe me for, I make what you've been saying about me true. True. Tell him I need my money right now. Rob me the jewels, they stole out my crown. Yeah. Sorry to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup it. Don't waste my.
She's putting all of her cards down on the table, knowing there's no way that she'll be able to win this one. But she's somebody else in the making. First, she just gotta stop all the faking, and she'll be there. But she's wondering if it's gonna feel like she's forever. Wondering if it's gonna feel like this whenever she leaves her safe space. She leaves her safe space. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that will make her feel better? Make her feel better. Then that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Somebody said, don't be afraid of loving yourself, 'cause that is all you got in the end. You got in the end. But she's wondering if it's gonna feel like she's forever. Wondering if it's gonna feel like this whenever she leaves her safe space. She leaves her safe space. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that will make her feel better? Make her feel better. Then that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Talking to myself 'cause I don't know what I want. Yeah, I'm here talking to myself like someone's gonna respond. I'm getting tired of myself 'cause I don't know what I want. But I'm not out here on my own. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that'll make her feel better? Make her feel better. And that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Yeah, that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Talking to myself 'cause I don't know what I want. Yeah, I'm here talking to myself like someone's gonna respond. I'm getting tired of myself 'cause I don't know what I want. But I'm not out here on my own.
Yeah. I want a house in the hills I pay big bills for. I ain't got in pocket. I wanna empty out my wallet. I wanna stop motion, stand still. Wallace and Gromit. I wanna talk more endlessly. I wanna neurotically vomit. I want more dollars from my mama. I want a palace in Prada. I want a Gucci bag where I can store my sorrows and hardships. I wanna gold plate my partners. I want endless tomorrows. I want a lot more than I got right now. But that's the problem. You could give me every little thing I'd ever want, but I'd never have enough till the day I had it all. Yeah, you can give me every little thing I ever want, but I'd never have enough till the day I had it all.
Oh, I see what you want.
baby, but it might be just a little more than I can give you.
On second thought, I want $1 for everyone, not just my mama. I wanna hit the ball out on random pedestrians. I want my questions to be answered till my brain bored and questionless. I want more self-assurance. I don't ever want to second guess. I want someone to shut the fuck up. Less heat trying to tell me yes again. I want so many best friends that I can't tell what friendship is. I want the diamonds, gold, and glitter. I want fast cars I'll never whip. I want it all till I'm empty in my castle of everything.
Oh, I see what you want, baby, but it might be just a little more than I can give you.
I want a cushy job that pay big bills and cheap thrills. Wanna mob out with my homies like Timmy, Tommy, and Dill. I'm not trying to be famous, okay, maybe a lil. Since I'm a rapper, I should buy me some grills and gold frills that I can sleep on while I contemplate pills and peep on, hold still. Might sedate you, just a fire at will. I got an appetite for hardship, big fish meets krill. Don't sleep, don't spill, I ain't got my fill. I want the beauty queen to make me show my pearly whites. The type of movie scene that make you count your blessings twice. It's not the only thing that's on my list, I checked it twice and sent it off to Santa's elves like I've been playing nice.
I see what you want. Oh, I see what you want. Oh, I see what you want. But it might be a
little more than I
give you.
I've been working overtime like crazy, just to show you how I really feel.
Hey, y'all.
Haven't had a single day off duty.
Hey.
Just to show you that my love is real.
Happy Monday.
Do you even care?
Let's have a quick conversation. What's up, Miss Drea? Hey, Rhonda.
Oh, baby.
How you doing, Rhonda? What's up, Wally?
Can you even tell?
Snuggles is back. Snuggles.
Under your spell? Oh, baby.
What you looking at, Snuggles?
I just wanna take another look at you, so our eyes can finally meet. I just wanna take another look at you. Maybe that's when you will see that I'm falling hopelessly in love with you, 'cause you're making me complete.
Here we go, y'all.
Wanna take another look at you. Will you let
Just a quick conversation about nuclear
I hope
families.
that someday you will notice
Did you take the
every little thing I do
Did you take
for
the
you.
poll at the top of the chat?
Anytime I went to buy you flowers,
I'm curious. How'd you grow up?
'cause you said your favorite one is blue.
How'd you grow up?
Do you even care when I say,
Tell the truth.
oh baby, can you
Did you grow up with your mother and father, or a single parent?
under your spell? Oh baby, I just wanna take
Or maybe
so I
your auntie or your grandma raised you. Your mom wasn't around for whatever reason. Your father wasn't around. Take the poll. Tell the truth. Kaya. Ace. What up, Ace? Lakeisha. How you doing, love? Just a quick conversation, y'all. I love you, Brittany. I love you, Brittany. Even after your 12-hour shift, I love you. I love you when you're at work, and I love you when you're home. What's up, Wakaya? I didn't get an email, Kaya. I didn't get an email. Kaya, I didn't get an email. Shoot it to me again or forward it to me again. Just resend it. You know what? DM it to me also. Run over to my Instagram and send it to me in my DMs. Then that will make me go make sure I'll take a look at the email, and I'll go look at my spam box. I'll check my spam box. For whatever reason, my email is capturing it's throwing a lot of people in spam. And it's not like I have a setting or anything. It's not like I told it to increase, security on my emails. In fact, it's too secure because I get a lot of emails in my spam that I don't need in there. But go ahead and shoot it to me again, Kaya. Shoot it to me again. Welcome to another episode of High Value Shan, where not only is Shan a high value man, so is the content. High value content over here. Just saying what's up to all my soldiers. Shout out to all the soldiers. Hey, Princess. Hey, Princess. Princess says she's a certified, bona fide, and verified daddy's girl and mommy's baby. That's what's up. Joanna. Hey, Joanna. It's good to see you, love. How you doing, Sarar? What's up, Sarar? Good to see Joanna. Salute to everybody. Everybody's hitting salute. I want to make sure everybody's hitting the salute button. Make sure you guys. Oh yeah, you guys. Well, a few people are doing it. Steven is in the running. Wally, Rhonda, Miss Drea, Lakeisha. We do a giveaway here. Every time I go live, I do a giveaway. Went live just about an hour ago. Just finished about an hour ago. A little over an hour ago. For the Rich People Read, did a giveaway there. Going live right now, doing another giveaway here. I go live at 5:30 tonight with Security Boss. I'm a guest on her show. On the Block with Jen is doing a show in about an hour. I'm going to try to wrap this up fast so we can jump on with Jen. She's doing a show as well. Yeah, man. It's good to go live. You know why? It's because we're having conversations that we normally didn't have. We're having conversations that we normally didn't have. Before, YouTube was kind of like a echo chamber where a lot of people got around, and if somebody was saying something you didn't like, you kind of ignored them. And then you found the people that were saying the things that you liked and only the things that you liked and agreed with. And then you guys just sat around and talked to each other, bouncing the same ideas off each other. Usually not too many arguments, not too many debates, not too many different thoughts. But now, especially with Clubhouse and how Clubhouse became so popular over the last year, people are finding their way, and then of course the proliferation of the other social media platforms like TikTok and the advancement of Instagram and Facebook. Now YouTube is encouraging people to have in real time debates. See, before going live at YouTube was a thing, it was all about podcasting, you recording something, putting it down, saying what you thought, and posting it for other people to talk about. And then maybe there would be some dialogue in the comment section. Maybe there'd be some dialogue in the comment section. Before this, you'd be over at Facebook. Somebody would make a post, but maybe, and over at Facebook, mind you, that's friends and family. So it's usually another echo chamber. Everybody bouncing off the same damn ideologies and ideas. You talk about it a little bit in the chat, but over here at YouTube, we're able to go live in real time. Right now is real time. It is Monday, December 6th, 1:36 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we can have conversations and people can join and get in on those conversations with opposing views. Conversations that we just typically never have really had in American history. It's actually history in the making. Think about it. This is kind of like history in the making because we're talking about stuff that we otherwise wouldn't have talked about. For me, my name is Shannon Rawls. I talk about the two ships, entrepreneurship, relationships. I like to talk about entrepreneurship and relationships. I am self-proclaimed expert in both. Self-proclaimed expert in both. twice married, twice divorced. Had, I don't know how many, countless businesses. I stopped counting after 20. Stop counting how many companies and businesses I've created, ran, been a partner of after 20. There's no sense in counting 21, 22, and 23. And I give game so people don't bump their head the way I bump mine. Bump their head and skin up their knees trying to run their entrepreneurship endeavors. Bump their head in relationships. I try to teach young men, specifically young men, particularly 20-year-olds. I'm 49 years old, so I don't really talk to people that's in their 40s. For what? Oftentimes, it's tough to get brothers to... It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, man. That's the reality of it. It's really tough to teach an old dog new tricks. So, and then if you're in your 30s, they might or might not listen. I'd like to talk to the young brothers because they're more malleable. They're teaching them. They're more willing to understand, especially if I'm able to speak their language. See, a lot of times they don't want to speak to OGs like me because we be talking at them. Men just be talking at them, coming at them all hard. They don't speak their language. They talk like an old cat. See, I have a young spirit. Although I'm 49 years old, I have a young spirit. I know that. You don't have to tell me that. I already know that. I've heard it enough, so now I believe it. And so I try to give them the game in relationships so they don't bump their head. Talk to entrepreneurs. I talk to people that's interested in successful relationships by way of telling them how I failed in mine. How I failed as a leader of my own household twice. Hey man, don't do this. It didn't work out for me that way, bro. Women don't like that. I didn't know that when I was your age. I advise you not to do that. Talk to her like this, man. Be assertive, be in charge, but talk like this. See, when I did it like this, thinking that didn't work out for me, bro. It didn't work out for me, man. Don't do that. Hey, this is what I suggest you do because it works best for you. You don't really, lose any respect. You don't lose any time. You don't lose any money. It may feel a little bit uncomfortable, but you get used to it. I didn't give it a shot. I should have. My outcomes would have been a lot better. So it just depends. Depending on who I'm speaking to and what we're talking about, I usually give the insight on my mistakes so people make sure that they don't make them. A lot of people always talks about, why take advice from somebody who not married or has failed in marriage? No, man, listen. Who would you rather speak to? Somebody that's in business and trying to make it happen? Or somebody who's done businesses multiple times, failed, and telling you what mistakes not to make? That's where I'm at. My message isn't for everybody, but hopefully I can save some people in looking at my progress report and the accolades I get from people. I think I'm doing all right. So welcome. It's nice to meet you guys. Today we're talking about eliminating the baby mama. The baby mama and the baby daddy culture. Just a short conversation, quick conversation. We're not going to talk long. Eliminate the baby mama and the baby daddy culture and build the family mindset. We want to eliminate the baby mama and the baby daddy culture and start converting ourselves over to building the family mindset. Ace, my man Ace. My man Ace says he failed too. Everybody, throw your ones up.
Being number one isn't easy.
Soldiers, throw your ones up for my man Ace.
Being number one isn't easy.
Thank you, Ace. Ace supported me at the last podcast I just did an hour ago, 2 or 3 times in a row. Now he came over to this podcast. He's an entrepreneur, successful. That's an understatement. I want to say extremely successful. He's teaching other people to work the trade that he's doing. He's in transportation and logistics. And you can learn a lot from him. As you see what he just said now, he failed too. Shout out to my guy Ace. Everybody throw your ones up for Ace.
Being number one isn't easy.
Throw your ones up for Ace. Let's go ahead and get the sponsorship banner going. He is now the sponsor of this show. Update the number, Ace Senior. He's always been the sponsor. Nobody's ever beat him out. Ever since I started doing this sponsorship banner, at the bottom you see it scrolling. Let's get this together. You see it scrolling right here. Ace's name has always been the top sponsor in every show that I've done. He is my biggest supporter. Thank you, Ace. And just like Ace, we try to give game to teach people what not to do. That's where I come from. I don't tell people what to do. Well, actually I do. That's not true. I tell people what to do because I do know what to do in a lot of situations. I'm learning as well. I'm evolving. Everybody's learning. Everybody's actively learning. Nobody's perfect. But there's a lot of things that I do know what to do, and I tell people what to do. But intermixed with that, I tell people what not to do. I tell men what not to do. And now that I'm over at the YouTube space, I'm teaching men and women. My whole mantra before was I teach young men, I mentor young men on what not to do and how to become better men, how to become better husbands, how to be able to protect, provide, problem solve. Men are here to protect, provide, and problem solve. And I try to teach the young men how to do that. However, I found myself teaching a lot of women too. And for the ones that's willing to listen to me, because I do believe it is women's responsibility to teach other women. I always yield to the OG ladies, right? But if I have the opportunity, or if I'm given the opportunity, or somebody wants to lend me their ear to listen to some of my tutelage, I love to talk to women too. So now I'm over here at YouTube. So I've removed I talk to young men. Now I say I talk to young people to give them the game that I think will help them become better people. In my membership section over on my YouTube page, because I don't have a book, I don't have a course to sell you. I don't have a Patreon. I have my membership section over here, and in there we have a series that I'm getting started on called BBM and BBW. I like my girls BBW, like Drake. I like my girls BBW. Be a better woman. Over here, BBW stands for be a better woman. BBM, be a better man. So now I'm doing a series called BBM and BBW, and each week I drop a video that pertains to that. So thank you guys for pulling up, listening to your boy. Thank you to everybody who's watching the replay. Let me close these notifications on my screen. I'm not paying attention to the chat. I wish I was. I'm gonna get a monitor. I'm gonna get a monitor right here with big, huge words so I can watch the chat and look at the camera at the same time. I'm glad to have everybody here. We're gonna talk about this baby mama and baby daddy culture, and we want to replace it with building the family mindset. I wish I knew all was here. I'm gonna just scroll up a little bit and run through it, and then we'll just get into the discussion and we'll check out of here. Sonny is here. Sonny says he had his mother and father just separate households. Mr. O, my man, Mr. O. Haha, my man, Mr. O is here. That's my big OG. He's a big OG. Anybody 40 years and older is a big OG. Anybody in their 30s is a little OG. Everybody 20 and younger is a youngster. Mr. O is a big OG. Azriel, hey Azriel. What's going on? Miss Drea, I see you. I'm just scrolling up, just saying hi to all my friends. Kimberly, I see you, love. I see you, Kim. Salute. Let me scroll down. And then we'll just get into the topics. I take notes, so I got a few things I want to talk to you guys about. Princess is here. Dario, what up, Dario? Salute, soldier. You see the rank next to everybody's name? You see that little, that's their rank. You'll see different ranks. Some people are sergeants now. You see the private rank, those people, they just enlisted. They've been here for 30 days or less. Then you see people that's been here over 30 days. They're sergeants. Those people will be commissioned to officers in 1 more month. All my sergeants with 3 rockers on their name, with the rank of 3, a sergeant's rank, they'll be commissioned to officers next month. Lieutenants, second lieutenants. That's what's up. Scrolling along. What's up, Steven? Kaya's here. I already spoke to Kaya. Wally. Trying to catch up. I'm not even reading them. I'm just blowing through them. 100 Watts is in the house, y'all. What up, 100? Joel is here. Joel says he was raised with both parents in the household, got a unique perspective. That's what's up. Listen, you've heard the term nuclear family, but do you know what it really means? What does the nuclear part actually explain? Is it important? And how does a nuclear family differ from a regular family? In modern days, there's a prevailing mindset of adults having children without structure of family that humans over centuries have become accustomed to. I certainly have an opinion. Let's talk about it. Hey, pretty girls run. Hey, pretty girls run. It's good to see you. Everybody, please, real quick, subscribe to the channel and like this video. Please subscribe to my channel and like the video. You know, that helps. It tells Instagram. It tells YouTube that this video is worth watching. A lot of people do not know what a nuclear family is. We're going to discuss that today. We're going to discuss it today. Real quick, I'm going to go faster than normal because I want to run over on the block with Jen. I want to get ready for Security Boss's show tonight. I want to jump on 2 more shows later on today. So we're going to go fast. But a lot of people don't know what nuclear family is. If you don't know, forward them this video. If you know somebody that wants to know or don't know, or you think that they should know, forward them this video. We're going to talk about it. You know. Now listen, let me start by saying it's not easy raising children alone. Shout out to all my single parents out there, single mothers, single fathers, single parents with no help, no days off. I'm talking to the single parents who have no days off. I'm talking to the ones who are with their children 7 days a week, every week, every month. Shout out to you. It is not easy raising children alone. I don't think it's necessarily expensive, not as it used to be, but it certainly isn't easy. It could be nerve-wracking, especially young children. It could be nerve-wracking. It can be it's extremely tiresome. It could be extremely tiresome. You know, your children are your priority, right? But then you want to prioritize other things like working, so you can make sure that your children are their priority. Well, how do you prioritize your children and prioritize working to make the money that you need to prioritize your children? I mean, it's a delicate juggle and balance of life. And it's really difficult when you have to do it all by yourself. It's really difficult when you guys have to do it all by yourself. I have children. I'm 49 years old. I waited. I was married when I had my children. My last wife blessed me with 2 perfect sons. My previous wife, she blessed me with 2 perfect sons. They're perfect in every way. I couldn't ask for more. Thank you, Lord. There's nothing. They're 100% in all categories. There's nothing better when it comes to my son. I got. Come on, man. We know how there's ailments. I mean, I got lucky. They're smart. They're ambitious. Their personality is amazing. They're handsome. They're strong. They're witty. They're funny. Man, I got lucky. I have my sons every weekend. I get my children every weekend. No weekends off. Me and my ex-wife, even though our romantic relationship did not stand the test of time, we're friends. In fact, I had to call her this weekend to ask her, what's the Hulu password? There's a TV show on Hulu called, I forget the name of the show. It's about drugs. It's about pharmaceuticals. You guys know what I'm talking about? It has Rosario Dawson, sexy ass in it. And I forget my man. Is it Michael Keaton? I think it's Michael Keaton and Rosario Dawson, a few other actors. Do you guys know the name of the show? Help me out. It's a series that I want to watch. That we discussed here. I learned about it right here on my podcast. Somebody else was talking about it. And I pay for Netflix. She pays for Hulu. So over at her house, I'm in the LA. She's in the Valley. She rocks my Netflix account. Over here, I rock her Hulu account. That's, we're friends. She can get her own Netflix if one day she wants to, but I've always had it. She's always had Hulu, so I just log in with hers. I had yo, what's the Hulu password? I forgot the Hulu password. I want to watch this TV show. Dope sick. Thank you. Thank you, BL. Thank you, BL. Thank you, Lakeisia. Lakeisia, she calls my sons handsome. She calls me handsome. Lakeisia, let me keep it 100 with you guys. Let me put this on record about Lakeisia Michelle. She's lucky she don't live in LA. I'd probably cuff Lakeisia if I could. I'd probably be actively trying to date her if she lived. She don't live in LA. I'm single and I want somebody who lives local. She's so nice to me. She's so nice. Lakeisia is so nice to me. She's my number one moderator. She's super pretty. She sent me a picture in DMs. I was like, oh, damn. Bro, I don't even know. Lakeisia might be married. I don't know. She's just super nice to me. Shout out to Lakeisia. BL says it's Dope Sick. That's the name of the show. I want to watch Dope Sick. It's on Hulu. And my ex had the password. I was like, what's the password? She was like, oh, gave me the password. Logged into Hulu. I tried to watch it. I fell asleep. I'll watch some episodes later on. We're friends, me and my ex. She's in a new relationship. Happily in a new relationship. Shout out to her. I give her advice if she needs it. She gives me advice on women if I need it. We got that. That's how we vibe. It's good. Mr. Awesome. Shout out to Mr. Awesome. Everybody throw your ones up.
Being number one isn't easy.
Throw your ones up for Mr. Awesome. Hit me with the $2 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Chicago just paid for. Everybody throw your ones up for my man Chicago Realist. Chicago Realist in the house. Appreciate you, Chicago. Patrice knows. Patrice says Dope Sick 100. She's probably watched the show. Patrice did. Chicago Realist just paid for my Netflix this month. Chicago Realist just paid for my Netflix. He gave me a month of free Netflix. Thank you, Chicago. You see how it works, you guys? Clement Gray. Everybody throw your ones up.
Being number one isn't easy.
Listen, soldiers, the way we do is whenever anybody gives a super chat, even if I don't tell you, automatically throw your ones up. It's the number one emoji. It has the hand that looks like this. Throw your ones up. Throw your ones up. Soldier, and this is Clement. He's already a soldier. He's already in the army. He says, Shannon, only keep a nuclear family is to say nuclear, no separation or divorce, doing God's way. Any other way, you're chancing it. Do it the nuclear way. Any other way, you're chancing it. You're taking a chance at the outcome, especially of the children. Not only of your own sanctity, but definitely for your children. As I was explaining, listen, a nuclear family is what we attempted, but me and my exes, our love didn't stand the test of time. So now we're 50-50. There's no, we're 50-50 across the board. We're 50-50 in custody. We're 50-50 in legal custody. In legal custody and physical custody, me and my ex is 50-50. We get along with everything, man. Vacation times, and still we don't do that what we call nigga shit. We don't do nigga shit. And I got a video. In fact, I got a video on here called child support. I have a video. Go back into the High Value Shan. Go in my playlist on my videos. I did it. You can see my ex. And there's a video on there we did together on my podcast called Child Support. And we essentially, to give you a spoiler alert, we talked about people who get along and people who don't get along in child support. I'll leave it at that. Watch the video if you want to learn about my situation with my children and my ex. But we're 50. And so here now, the point I'm making is it's difficult to raise a child all by yourself. I'm blessed to have her. She takes care of the children during the school days. They're with her Monday through Friday. I get them on the weekends, teach them how to be boys, how to be men. When they act up during school days, I'll go out there or I'll hop on FaceTime. I'll do what I have to do from a distance. I'm just thinking about the parent, the mother or the father, predominantly the mothers, who got to do that all by themselves all the time. Damn. Who got to raise children by yourself all the time. That is wild to me. Let me be a little transparent about something. Let me give you guys. I know I'm really the only male figure in my son's lives. They get dad on the weekend. They get their dad on. I can't keep them off of me. They climbing on me. They kissing on me. They grabbing dad. They jump on my head. They on my back. I lay down for 10 minutes. They jumping on dad. I know why they do that. I know why they do that. They get that masculine male testosterone filled energy from their dad. And then throughout the week, they're with all women. They got grandma, both grandmas. They got the aunties. They got their sister. They got mom. They got the teachers. You know, my oldest son, he's in school. He's in first grade. He has his teacher and then the principal and all the women at the school. All these women all week long. They get to dad on the weekend. They get to a deep voice. And I talk to them about being good men and even though little Maverick, I don't know if he understands me yet. He's only 3. I still talk to him like an adult. So what I'm thinking is, if you had to raise children all by yourself, damn. From what I experienced on the weekends, Friday to Monday, the women that have to do that all by themselves 7 days a week. Gee whiz. It makes me wonder why so many women jump into single parenthood. Because women, you guys have to decide. You have the deciding factor to do so. Shout out, salute to the single parents, fathers and mothers that had to raise their children all by themselves with, a little bit sporadic help from grandma here and there. But predominantly, they had to change their work schedules. They had to change their school schedules. They had to change their social life schedules to accommodate raising little human beings to become adults. That shit is hard. Sherry Farley, shout out to Sherry. Everybody, throw your ones up.
Being number one isn't easy.
Shout out to Sherry Farley, throw your ones up. Salute to you, Shan, she says. I raised 3 amazing girls with no help from my ex. I am super proud because all of them graduated from college and 2 are in graduate school. Shout out to you, Sherry. Shout out to you, Sherry. She raised all by herself, college educated young women. Sherry, I hope that you taught them how to be wives and to avoid the mistakes of picking men that they don't need to be with. Did you teach them to stay away from Pookie? Because Pookie's after them. Pookie's after them. Ray is checking for your daughters, Sherry. Ray is checking for your daughters, Sherry. They checking for them. They tapping in with them when you don't know. I hope you taught your daughters discernment and gave them a little bit of insight on how to avoid the Pookies and the Rays and make sure they check for men of quality and value. And then when they meet somebody with quality and value, I hope that you've taught them. And if you can't, make sure you can find some help to teach them how to be wives to those men. That's important. That's what's missing a lot. The degrees are important. Don't get me wrong. I understand education is paramount. However, We don't want them to one day be 70 years old and alone with a degree on the wall. And that's why we're having this conversation today. That's why we're having this conversation today. Now, listen, I'm not married. I tried it twice. I have children. I do. I'm not a baby daddy. I'm an ex-husband and father who gets along with his wife, his ex-wife, and we co-parent together. And I'm not saying that you should not be married. How do I say this? I'm not saying that men and women shouldn't be married. The reality is I actually prefer it. I believe marriage is best. I know you'll hear a lot of people in these spaces. You get people that have rage. They're upset. They're still hurt. They're bitter about their circumstances. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. It's a waste of time. I believe in, and I have a different philosophy depending on I have a different philosophy for how old you are, what your gender is. What I believe for a 40-year-old man that's making a certain amount of money, with or without children, I mean, everything changes depending on who you are. However, I believe marriage is important to make everything work. But it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. There's an upside and a downside. I'm not saying that you should necessarily be married. I promote marriage, but I am saying this. If children are involved, I want the parents to be under the same roof. If nothing else, a mother and a father under the same roof. We're going to discuss the different type of families in just a second. Sherry, what has Sherry said? Sherry laughed at me. I'm going to put it up on the screen. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Everybody throw your ones up. For
Being
Sherry's
number one isn't easy.
Support. Everybody throw your ones up for her continued support. Sherry says, Shannon, my oldest is married. Absolutely taught them about being a wife. Dying alone shouldn't be the goal. Shout out to Sherry. Shout out to Sherry. Everybody salute Sherry. Her oldest daughter's married. All of them are educated. Don't nobody want to die alone. Men and women, we don't want to die alone. Nobody wants to die alone. Nobody wants to be old in the house all by themselves, watching shows, wiping their ass, and living in squander all alone with nobody to laugh with, to have nobody to something happen in the world and you don't have anybody that you can just turn over and talk to about that particular thing with. Just to have somebody to talk to laugh with, to sit down and play footsie with, to hold your hand, to sit down at breakfast and have a cup of coffee. Nobody wants to do that at the age of 80. That's why I encourage even older people to meet somebody to hang out with. But I am saying this, though. If kids are involved, I want you to be under the same roof. I got a message for the men. What up, wealthy firefighter? What up, wealthy firefighter? Well, he's cutting up. Y'all, is wealthy firefighter cutting up? He can cut up sometimes. I don't know what y'all talking about. He can cut up sometimes. Big Bad Bull, what up? Gentlemen, Shannon, Big Shan has a message for you. Ladies, this is not for you. Fellas, I got a message for you. Young men, 20s. Young men in their 20s, men in their 30s. Shan got a message for you, bro. You don't yet have the wisdom to be a big OG yet. You got the knowledge, but wisdom protects knowledge. So listen up. Do not have children if you do not intend to raise them. hands-on, daily until they are adults. Fellas in their 20s, fellas in their 30s. Shannon is here to tell you, not ask you, to tell you, do not have children if you do not intend to raise them under the same roof, day in and day out, every day, until they become adult human beings. Don't shoot up no clubs. Don't impregnate that girl because she's cute and you want to take her off the market. I don't give a fuck what the reason is, man. Do not have children unless you intend to raise those children day in and day out until they're adults. Trust me when I tell you, you'll be doing yourself a favor once you make that decision to do that. Trust me, you'll be doing yourself a favor. What's up, Michael DeJesus? Michael's in the house. That's the message I got for men. The reason why I say that, man, is because as I was telling you guys earlier, like my sons, they can't keep their hands off their dad. You know why? It's because my sons can't wait to get around some masculine energy, and they don't even know it. They don't know why they love their dad so much. It's something innate in them. It's something that they can't explain, that is hard to explain. It's difficult to explain. It's such a tragic thing for children to grow up without a dad on a daily basis. Not a dad that wants to show up when he can or send some gifts and shit. Send over a new Xbox game every once in a while. Not the distant dad that FaceTimes when he cans or sees him in the street. No, not that, man. That ain't what I'm talking about, bro. It's something that you're cultivating, even just your presence being around as a father. Your presence being around as a father is helping your children become better human beings to the rest of the society in which they partake. I don't want you fellas to have children if you don't intend to raise your own children under the same roof, every day, 7 days a week, until they become adults. Shout out to Clement Gray's continued support. Shout out to Clement Gray's continued support. What does he say? He says, shout out to you, Shan, for you and your ex making it work for the boys' sake. Not everyone is that blessed. For everyone else, it's like shooting craps. Ends with snake eyes. Yeah, I did. But I was intentional on making it work that way, even despite the fact that our romantic relationship didn't work out. I had to actively make that work. Like, I believe in no enemies. Like, why have enemies? Like, what's the point? What's the point in me beefing with the children of the mother of my children? That's ridiculous. Like, who's gonna hurt? Who's gonna get hurt here other than the kids? And so, like, when I'm telling young men that they need to make sure that they are having children and raising their own children under the same roof 24/7 until they become adults for 18 years minimum. 18 years minimum. I'm saying in order to make sure that you do that comes the vetting process in the women that you sleep with. Comes the vetting process in the women that you select. This is why we talked about last week, dick discipline. Look at my last show. See, this is kind of a follow-up, but this show is inspired by something I haven't even brought up yet. I'm bringing it up in just a second. I'm going somewhere with it. I realize that my monologues can be long. But this is kind of a follow-up of the last show, dick discipline. Fellas, dick discipline is important. Why? So you make sure that you do not have children by somebody that you do not want to be dealing with for 18 years. Baby mama drama, right? You hate baby mama drama, but don't let it be in hindsight that you have baby mama drama. There's red flags that you could pay attention to. I tell people all the time, if you paid attention to the first red flag, would you still have been there? Or would you have continued to waste time as you did? If we only paid attention to the first red flag. Oh, she's pretty. Oh, that ass is fat. Oh, she sucks your dick right. Oh, that. I know why you stay, fellas. It's not worth it in the long run. This is where vetting process comes in. Shout out to my man, Chris Davis, who wrote a book, The Ultimate Vetting Guide. He just released it and Thanksgiving. Go to Amazon and type Chris Davis, The Ultimate Vetting Guide. Fellas, it's important that you make a proper selection. This is no indictment on all women, but the reality is there's some women out there that's just not meant for you, that you're having children with. Why? Because you, my G, don't have no dick discipline. You smashing and you shooting up the club on women that you otherwise wouldn't want to have a child with. You don't even know her. What are you doing? It's too late. And now you can forget about the idea of a nuclear family. Nuclear families is what we want. We got to eliminate the baby mama, baby daddy mentality. Children need their mom and their dad. Children need their mom and their dad. There's two elements that's involved in a relationship. I tell people all the time, women nurture, men provide. Women nurture, men protect. Women somehow thinks that they don't need protection. Yes, the hell you do, ladies. You need protection. And I'm not talking, listen, you can't buy the protection that a man under the same roof as you can provide. You can't buy that. You can't go order that on Amazon. You just can't do it. You know, the local police is not a substitute for the protection that I'm talking about. Buying a gun ain't it. Oh, I don't need no man to protect me. I could just call 911. No, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. That's a whole nother show. Because I got a show that I'm doing called the 5 F's, the Fit, Feminine, Friendly, Faithful, and Fun for women. And I have another one, the 4 P's, provide, protect, problem solve, and procreate for men. I'm explaining it in those shows. I don't want to deep dive into that now. Ladies, you do not, and I'm going to talk about each point in depth. Protect. I'm going to explain it on that show, but I'm telling you right now, the protection that I'm talking about is protection that women cannot buy. You cannot order it. You cannot call it on your cell phone dialing 911. You cannot go get a gun and then it doesn't work that way. I'd like to, man, I feel like getting into that, but it's gonna make this longer than I want to, and I want to get ready for the other shows I want to jump on. You cannot buy the protection I'm talking about. You need a man. Ladies, you need a man. Fellas, you cannot just go having babies everywhere and thinking that these women are going to nurture your child the way you want. That's not how that works, bro. That's not how that works. You can't just go. That's why only less than. That's why Mr. Awesome. What did Mr. Awesome do? He's already a soldier. Mr. Awesome is already a soldier. Did he upgrade? It says he enlisted, but I believe Mr. Awesome is simply he must have upgraded or he renewed, one of the two. But everybody, salute.
Sir, yes, sir.
Mr. Awesome, salute.
Sir, yes, sir.
I'm not going to question what pops up on the screen. Mr. Awesome, salute.
Sir, yes, sir.
Oh, he upgraded. I'm like, what the hell? Why is the system? I don't argue with the system. I just know because I'm like, damn, Mr. Awesome upgrade. I know he upgraded the other. I'm like, what did he do? He came for the perks. Mr. Awesome's like, man, I can't do reserve. I can't be a reserve, Army reserve. He had to upgrade full-time soldier. He wanted the extra perks. Shout out to my man, Mr. Awesome. Listen, fellas, you can't go run around. Remember, we talk about 54% of men are single and childless. 54% of men have no children. There are no kids. Only 46% of men have kids. Right? 30% more so 54% have no children. The other 30% are married. That means 46% of men have children. The remaining 30% of the 100 are married. So you got men with no kids and you got men that's married with children. Remember the TV show Married with Children? With Ted Bundy? So you got men with no kids, then you got married men with children. That leaves 20% or less of baby daddies. Of baby daddies. And a percentage of that is divorcees. A percentage of that is divorcees. So that takes you down into the 10 and teens of Pookies and Ray Rays out here just making babies freely because he's got a six-pack or he's hot. Women like how he looks. He's tall. He takes it to Pound Town the right way. He fucks you like he fucks you like you in porn, and he's having children. I just talked to my guy, Mr. O, the other day. He got a partner that got 12 kids. He got a partner that got 12 kids. Joel, the middle child, got a partner that got 7 kids, all by himself. All by himself. Shout out to BL. Everybody throw your ones up for BL.
Being number one isn't easy.
BL says, it almost seems like baby daddies and baby mama culture plus cohabitation is the new form of commitment. You're looked at as judgmental if you want a nuclear family. People are downing nuclear families today. That is weird to me. We're going to talk about it right now. We getting ready to jump into it. But it's important that I highlight, thank you so much for your support, BL. I appreciate you. You always supporting the channel. Thank you so much. It's important that I want people to know, fellas, don't be part of that 18%, 15%, 12% of Pookies and Ray Rays that's out here shooting the clubs up and don't give a damn. Protect yourselves, fellas. Do not have children if you do not intend to be under the same roof as your children and raise those kids until they're 18 years old. Or just don't have children, man. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Ladies. See, the reality is the buck stops with you. The buck stops with you. You got like 4 or more lines of defense against marriage. So that means if you become a baby mama, you chose to be one. If you become a baby mama, you selected that option, which is mind-blowing to me. Throw your ones up.
Being number one isn't easy.
The Ingram experience. What's up? How am I blessed with the Ingram experience on my channel? That's what's up, man. Salute to you. You messing with the fire today. I got your back. Just did a video on this topic. We got to change the culture to do better as a community. The Ingram experience. Listen, I'm blessed to have him here. How did I get so blessed to have the Ingram experience pull up to my channel? It's people that I admire across YouTube. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Everybody go follow the Ingram experience. Go check out the video that he just talked about. Please follow that brother. Moderators, if you could put his link up in the chat, that'd be great. So people could just easily click it and link to his channel. Ladies, if you are a baby mama, you selected that option. You became a baby mama intentionally. You intentionally became a baby mama. There's no one that can stop you from taking a child to full term. There's no one that can stop you from from not taking a child to full term. You have full autonomy. It's all on you. And far too often, you ladies are having babies by these suckers. You picking these suckers because they wore a Gucci belt to the club. And it's not even a real Gucci belt. I know the man that makes the fake leather downtown. He's 3 blocks away from my store, hidden in the back so the FBI don't catch him. It's not even a real Gucci belt. And that's not his car parked out front. It's a rental. Why are you selecting these men to have children with? I'm not even talking to the women that's made the mistake. I get it. We could work. We could work on the damage later, right? We could work on the damage to your personality, to your ambitions, the things that's slowing you down later. Let's talk to the young girls. We're talking to the young girls who we don't want them to make the same mistake that you did. But far too often, you seen the video I put of Saweetie talking about she wants the baby. No husband in sight. She didn't mention a husband or a family. She just wants the baby. But what does that do to women? What does that? Oh my God, Uncle Stu, the old man on the block. Uncle Stu, my assistant sent me an email this morning, said you emailed me. I'm gonna read it. She forwarded it to me this morning. I'm gonna check it out. Shout out to my man, Uncle Stu. Everybody throw your ones up to that soldier.
Being number one isn't easy.
All he says is just showing love and support. He didn't even have nothing to say. Uncle Stu didn't have anything to say. All he just wanted to do was bless the channel. Everybody, please go follow Uncle Stu. We got to get him up. We got to get his account up. Everybody, please, moderators, please put Uncle Stu's link in the chat so people can quickly click his name and go to his page and hit the subscribe button. Good to have you here, Uncle Stu. Listen, women are having children with men that ain't worthy. And women, it is completely up to you on if you become a baby mama or not. Completely up to you if you become a baby mama or not. And you're having children with some of the dudes that you know ain't worth having children with, but you're so excited. That's why I want the older women to teach the younger women not to make the same mistake that they make. But far too often, these older women are teaching these younger women to do what they did. It's weird to me. And that's what I was talking about. Saweetie, they're talking about. Look at Summer Walker. She's now a baby mama. Was never married. London on the track. Now she's a baby mama. You know, her and her new boyfriend got like matching tattoos or some shit. God damn. From one Pookie to another. And by the way, Summer Walker hates her father. And she hates her grandfather. Fellas, there's red flags out there for you to pay attention to when it comes to these women. If you meet a woman that's talking about she hate her dad, and she hates her granddad, bruh, you're gonna have a problem. You're gonna have a problem, man. Stop ignoring these red flags, dude. Why are you bussing in a woman that you know she hates her father and grandfather because you guys are having good times right now because you laughing today? Because that last drag out argument you guys had, y'all made up? There's a whole lot of men that'll meet you in child support court. We'll meet you at Family Services Building downtown. They'll meet you there. They're waiting on you. Welcome. Join the club, fellas. Or be smart. Have some dick discipline. Ladies, ignore Pookie. Preserve yourself for the man that you know you should be with. Preserve yourself for the man that you know you should be with, not the man you want. Be with the guy that you need to be with, not the man you want to be with. Fuck the dude you want to be with. I know he got swag. He's real cool. He's popular. You know, he got the style and all of that. His IG is popping. Got it. Listen, nuclear family is my favorite. I myself married twice, divorced twice. I prefer a nuclear family. Tried to create one myself. I failed at it. I'm 49 years old, 49 and a half. I'm a Gemini, born in June. 49 and a half, born in June. I'll be 50 next June 9th. And I wanted a nuclear family. Didn't get it. Tried my best. No, I didn't. I take that, remove that last statement. I didn't try my best. Shout out to Ace Senior. I call him Ace. He's Ace now. He's changed his name. Formerly known as Ace Senior is Ace. He says if she don't preserve, she don't deserve. Ladies talk about body count. Why do men care about body count? Why do we care about body count? Why do we care about body count? Because that's a decision. If you so loose with your body, what else are you loose with? What kind of discernment do you have? Are you smart in decision making? Or are you just, if you don't give a goddamn about the amount of men that you have sex with, then what else you don't give a goddamn about? If you can't preserve your purity as much as you possibly can, then why would you deserve the men that Ace is talking about? Shout out to Ace. We got to update him. He's the stream sponsor. He is currently the stream sponsor. He is at $40. I'm gonna just throw 40 up there. Thank you so much. $40 for Ace. Oh, it still says Ace Senior. I got to change it from Ace Senior to Ace because he's formerly known as Ace Senior. Now he's just Ace. Thank you, Ace. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Ace. I appreciate you. You know, I'm not paying attention to the chat, you guys. I never really do. I like to look in the camera because I feel like I want to talk to you. You know, some people be sitting there talking to y'all like this. This is how their show goes. They be on the show and they just, you know, they talking to a screen or something. I don't like to do that. I like to talk to you. I want to give you guys eye contact. I'm looking directly into my camera lens. There's 5 types of family structures. 5. We're going to talk about each one real quick, and then we're going to wrap this show up. We're going to talk about the 5 types of family structures. Did you guys all vote? What's the voting looking like? Let me go over here real quick. I'm curious to know what's the votes like. Let me go to this show. I'm just going to run over my page and look. 92 votes, almost 100 votes. 64% mother and father. 26% single parent. 10% extended. 63%. The numbers are changing. 63% mother and father. Shout out to the people that was raised with their mother and father. Put it in the chat if you were raised with your mother and father. Shout out to you. I was raised with my mother and my father. My father just passed away. Space Hopper 45, another blessing. He's always blessing the show. Space Hopper 45, throw your ones up, everybody.
Being number 1 isn't easy.
He says, it proves the irrational and emotional driven nature of the community. Even married people do family planning as kids cost money. Exactly. We got too many irrational, uneducated, and horny people out there making other human beings. Creating other human beings. Irrational. Shout out to Space Hopper 45. Exactly. So listen, we got 5 types of family structures. I'm going to list them in my order of deference, my preferred ways, what I like the most. What I like the most. I'm going to list the families, the 5. We're going to talk about, we're going to talk about it a little bit, and we're going to end the show. I'm going to talk about the 5 family structures, and I'm going to list them in order of deference. Okay? I'm going to list them in order of deference. Uh-oh, Big Bad Bull's in the house. I see a super chat. It didn't scream yet, but I see it. Everybody throw your ones up for Big Bad Bull.
Being number 1 isn't easy.
What does Big Bad Bull say? Oh, there it is. It popped up. If men are concerned so much with a woman's body count, then why are men so reckless with their own? That's the conversation. Dick discipline, brothers. You worried about women's body count. You worried about women's body count. My man, Uncle Stu, second blessing, continued blessings. Uncle Stu's continued blessings. Uncle Stu he's a veteran like your boy. I'm a disabled vet. I did 2 tours in Somalia. I don't know if Uncle Stu is disabled. Shout out to my man, Uncle Stu. Shout out to Uncle Stu. Hoorah. Listen, real quick, before I read Uncle Stu's, Big Bad Bull says, if men are so concerned with women's body count, then why are men so reckless with their own? That's the conversation. You know, you can't be concerned with how many sex partners the woman had, but then you out there and you Pookie and Ray Raying up the community. You reckless with your seed and you having babies like a mug. 30% of men are virgins and will forever be virgins. Will never have a woman. I don't think those men are necessarily concerned with a woman's body count. It's Pookie who's saying, well, how much of a hoe you? Well, what about you, Pook? Pook, what about you? You just smashed 4 girls this week. This week. You got them on rotation, bruh. You got them in rotation. Y'all see the video I put up of the 28-year-old that got 7 kids by 5 baby mamas? I bet on a dating app, on a dating show. He was on a dating show looking for an 8th victim. I'm sorry, a 6th victim. Because he got 7 kids by 5 women. 3 9-year-olds. 3 9-year-olds, a 3-year-old, a 1-year-old, and a newborn. Come on, y'all. Exactly, Big Bad Bull. Shout out to Clement Gray. Let me read Uncle Stu's chat real quick. My man Uncle Stu says, body count without accountability equals jail, institutions, and death. This is the real talk which must be talked about. I was raised with both my mother and my father. I raised my kids in a 2-parent home before we... And you guys wonder why Uncle Stu got so much game and wisdom. He saw it, he became it, and he taught it. He saw it from his own parents, he became it himself, and then Uncle Stu taught it to his children before he divorced. I wish that I had the wisdom and the knowledge that Uncle Stu has. I wasn't able to remain in my nuclear family. Unfortunately, I divorced prior. I'm doing the best I can. I want more people to not be like me. I want more people to be like Uncle Stu. In the event that that's the case, be like Uncle Stu, you guys. Shout out to my man, Uncle Stu. Uncle Stu with the $20 super chat. Everybody throw your ones up.
Being number 1 isn't easy.
Everybody throw your ones up for Big Bad Bull.
Being number 1 isn't easy.
And then we got hit again with Clement Gray. He said, Clement says, Shannon, throw your ones up.
Being number 1 isn't easy.
Shannon, a mistake is waking up, get in the car, go to leave your wallet. Ain't no mistake in having a child with someone you don't like or want. Oh, it was an accident. Clement, they say it was an accident. It's an accident, baby. It's a mistake. Oh, he didn't pull out. Oh, he pulled out. It was pre-cum. It was pre-cum. I thought he pulled out, but that first blast got up in there. Ain't no mistakes. You accidentally leave your wallet in the car. You accidentally left your keys. You don't accidentally have children. Oops. No, it doesn't work like that. Shout out to my man Clement. Oh, my favorite. Jonathan Barronville. Jonathan Barronville. Everybody throw your ones up for
Being
Jay.
number one isn't easy.
I don't know if he's still in town or not. You know, Jonathan was vacating. Jonathan was vacating. Hold on, I gotta type his name. Because Jonathan is now the show sponsor. Jonathan is the show sponsor.
Being number one isn't
Everybody
easy.
throw your ones up for Jonathan Barronville. He has nothing to say. He just wanted to bless the channel with $50. Thank you. He's always blessing us. Him, Ace, they're all, you know, everybody, they're always blessing. Jonathan always comes in and drops bombs. Jonathan is the show sponsor. Thank you so much, Jonathan. You probably on it. That's why you didn't say much. You're probably on an airplane or some shit. You know, I think he was in Dubai or somewhere exotic. Jonathan was somewhere exotic 2 days ago, you guys. I don't know where he's at now. I don't know if he made it back to the ATL. I don't know if he made it back. I don't know. Shout out to my man, Jonathan Barronville. Shout out to my man, Jonathan Barronville. Listen, 5 types of families. 5. Let's talk about the first one. The nuclear family. This is my favorite. This is what I grew up in. This is what, according to the poll in the chat, most of you grew up in. The nuclear family is the traditional family type. It's the traditional family structure, you guys. It's traditional. This family consists of 2 parents and their children. Generally, it's 2 parents that were produced by those. There's 2 parents with children produced by those parents. The children produced by those parents. Mom, dad had sex. Mom got pregnant, had a baby. They brought the baby home and raised the child to adulthood. That is the nuclear family, you guys. For those that never knew what a nuclear family is and didn't want to bother looking it up, that is a nuclear family. A mom, a dad, those 2 people had kids. They raised their kids in their home. That is a nuclear family. The nuclear family was long held in esteem by society as being the ideal in which to raise children. Uh-oh, what's my man say? Well, hold on. I gotta adjust this. Oh, it's the best I can get it. Ace, hit us with another super chat. What does Ace say? Ace says, I'm only concerned with my wife's body count. I'll buy a house and whatever else for exclusivity to a woman's body and mind. But a man's value does not add up the same, and that's okay. Men and women are different. Ace says, I'm only concerned with my wife's body count. I'll buy a house and whatever else for exclusivity to a woman's body and mind. But a man's value does not add up the same, and that's okay. He cares about his wife. Shout out to Ace. Ace is now, once again, the chat sponsor. I got to put him in. I got to do this manually. I'm gonna have a script written to do this automatically for me later. But Ace is the master. He's now at $59.98. No, $59.99. Shout out to Ace for being the show's stream sponsor. $60 worth of super chats. I appreciate you, Ace. He's like, I'm concerned with my wife's body count. I'll buy her a house. I'll do whatever I need to do to make sure I have access to that woman. Ladies, this is most men. This is most men. All you need to do is be fit, feminine, friendly, faithful, and fun. That's all you got to do. Is that too much to ask for? Apparently it is. Listen. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Children in nuclear families receive strength and stability from the two-parent structure and generally have more opportunities in life due to the financial ease of two adults. In America today, only 22% of families live in a nuclear family unit. We are only 22% in America with a mom, dad, and children. The most ideal and optimal setup is at 22%. The most ideal setup is at 22%. The nuclear family is the structure. This is what we need to get back to, you guys. This is why it's the title graphic of this show. If you looked at the video, this is the show. Nuclear families, mom, dad had a child. Mom, dad had sex. Father had, let me be clear. This is not saying husband, wife. That's a different conversation, ladies and gentlemen. That's a different conversation. This is father and mother. You know, so 80% of our households are single parent. No, that's the wrong stat, ladies and gentlemen, in Black community. 80% of our households are unwed. 80% of our households are unwed. Fathers are in the home. They just they're not necessarily married. They're not necessarily married. Uncle Stu, I see you. You pulled up, Uncle Stu. Uncle Stu, let me run through this and I'm gonna get off. Stay in the chat, Uncle Stu. I don't want to have any guests because it's going to make this long and I want to get ready for the other shows. I just want to run through these 5 family structures and I'm going to get off. I should have turned off the call thing for today. I see you. I appreciate you, Uncle Stu. In fact, fuck that. Let me bring my man. Let me pull him up. Hold on, Uncle Stu. Let me pull you up. I had to pull up Uncle Stu. It's my man. We changed the format, y'all. Some people I just gotta let in. I gotta let in Uncle Stu. What up, Unc? I can't hear you, Unc. You're not muted, so is your microphone assigned? Hit the little cog wheel and make sure your microphone is assigned to the show. It's probably under the little settings. I can't hear you, Unc. I can't hear you. I think you said you'll call me. I'm not sure what you said. I'm not sure what you said, Unc. You're super crystal clear. Your audio, your video. Did you get a new camera or something, Unc? You got a new camera. That camera's popping. Bright. Skin is looking all healthy and shit. I don't know what you bought, Unc, but I'm glad you got it. I can see the difference. I tell you that. You in 4K right now. But the audio is not working, Unc. The audio is not working. Unc, we'll talk later. I want to go ahead and finish the thing so we can wrap up the show. All right, for sure. All right, you guys. So listen. The nuclear family is the traditional type of family structure. This family type consists of 2 parents and children. The nuclear family was long held in esteem by society as being the ideal in which to raise children. Children in nuclear families receive strength and stability from 2-parent structure and generally have more opportunities due to financial ease of 2 adults. In America today, only 22% of families live in a nuclear family unit. That's unfortunate. This is what we need to get back to. I didn't say husband and wife. I simply said mother and father. The mom and the dad had children and they're under one roof. This is what I meant when I was telling men, fellas, do not have kids if you do not intend to be in your children's life under the same roof. That's important. Under the same roof, day in and day out until they're adults. That's what I mean by a nuclear family. That's what I mean. Were you raised in a nuclear family? Were you there every night to help with homework? Were you there every night to help ride the bike, to tie shoes, to learn how to pee standing straight up? You know, a lot of men do not know how to pee standing straight up because they were raised with so many women. They sit down to take a piss because they don't have a man to turn around and teach them how to pee standing straight up. The next is the childless family. The next family unit is the childless family. This is my second favorite. This is my second favorite. While most people think of a family as including children, there are couples who either cannot or choose not to have children at all. The childless family is sometimes the forgotten family, as it does not meet the traditional standards set by society. Childless families consist of two partners living and working together. Many childless families take on the responsibility of pet ownership or have extensive contact with their nieces and nephews. This is my second favorite. Shannon, why is that your second favorite? Because I would rather you not have kids than to bring them into a world where you're just a single parent. Children need their mother and their father. It's not that they want their mother, they need their mom and dad. I would rather you have no children than to raise them up with only one parent and one parent alone. I would rather you have no children than to raise them up all by yourself. Wait till you find that special spouse that you can do that with. That's my charge to you. This is my second favorite, childless. Don't have kids if you're gonna subject him to the shit that we've been. Come on, man. Look, do I really? I mean, open your eyes. The observable universe shows you how it doesn't really. I get that there are situations. Nothing is absolute. I got it. I understand all of that. But fuck that. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. Somebody said the number. Did you know 70% of men in prison was raised by a single parent? 70% of the men in prison was raised by single parents. Did you guys see that young brother in 2014 where a kid got hit? I think this was in Detroit. I should have pulled up the story. In Detroit, there was a situation where a young man, and shout out to Edward Anderson, because I learned this from Edward Anderson's channel. And in Edward Anderson's community tab, he posted a video from somebody else who posted a young man, and I went and looked up the story and had to learn about it. It was a young man who had put up. No, him and his partners had beat somebody up because the dude had hit a girl or whatever with his truck. So they mobbed him and they stomped him out. They got caught for it and got in trouble. He went to court. The kid did 6 months. And the judge said he doesn't have a father in his house. The prosecutor, a black woman, wanted to send him up the river. The judge was like, nah, man, I'm not doing it. White judge was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I know this kid needs I wish you had a dad that would whoop your ass instead of you going out and whooping other people's ass. Is basically what the judge said. Judge showed leniency on this young black brother. Don't know what's happened to the brother since then, but I know at the time, the judge gave him 6 months. He had to give him something because he was guilty. But nevertheless, and then you had the black woman who wanted to send him up the river. You had the black woman that wanted to send him up the river. I'd rather you not have children than to have children all by yourself. That's my number 2. Let me talk about these super chats. I got to give a shout out to my man, Jonathan is being petty. Everybody throw your ones up.
Being number one isn't easy.
Jonathan is being petty, y'all. Jonathan is being petty. See, Jonathan want that top spot. See, right now, the stream sponsor is Ace Senior because Ace Senior put in $59.99 worth. Ace Senior has blessed the channel 3 times with $20 super chats. Jonathan came in and dropped a $50 bomb and took the, but before Ace did his third one, John dropped a $50 bomb and became the chat sponsor. Then Ace came in and dropped another $20 and pushed him back at the top. Jonathan said, nah, hell nah. So now Jonathan is at $60.05. Jonathan is at $60.05. So he took the top spot. He's like, nah, man, I'm the top spot. Jonathan Barronville was like, bruh, relax, bruh. Let me have that. So Jonathan, as you can see down there at the bottom, is scrolling across. Jonathan took it at $60.05. Shout out to my man, Jonathan Barronville. He was like, nah, ain't nobody, I'm not doing that. What are we doing here, son? Ladies, you see how men, this is conflict resolution for men. This is how we do. This is how we do. We not catty. We don't gossip. We don't do all of that. We don't stab each other in the back. We flex. It's bravado. And all that does is forces other men to level up. Oh, you ain't got the bread to do it? Then let me go get the bread. Let me work harder to get the money so I could be able to do the same things. Shout out to my man Ace. Shout out to my man Jonathan Barronville at the top spot. Uncle Stu's back. Uncle Stu says the mic is fixed now. Shout out to Uncle Stu for the $5 super chat. Everybody.
Being number one isn't easy.
Well, okay, first of all, Uncle Stu, your camera's popping. So let me be clear. Well, shit, you clear. Your camera's popping. I'm glad you upgraded your camera. It's working out. I like it. The mic, we'll check it later because I'm gonna run through these and I'm gonna get off. Because I want to run over to on the block with Jen, and I want to run over to then I gotta get ready for my show at 5:30. I got 2.5 hours for that. So, but I do want to jump on with Jen. I told her I'd be finished with this early so I can help her out. Not help her out. She don't need my damn help. What the fuck I'm talking about? I just want to come over and support her. That's what I want. That's what I meant to say. All right. And then okay, so now we got Ace being Ace. Okay, what did Ace say? Ace, everybody throw your ones up.
Being number one isn't easy.
Ace says, look, if I am broke, that is an indication of my past. So clearly a man's past matters. I can be loyal and broke with no ambition or ideas of how I'm going to live. You see, what Ace is speaking to was his last super chat said when he was talking about body counts for women. See, the past matters for women sexually because your purity matters to men. Men's ability to provide and protect matters to women. So if a man is broke, that's an indication of his past. So clearly a man's past matters. Those are the things that matters to women. Women, you guys don't do any See, that's one of the issues that we're talking about. Women don't do any vetting to make sure that the person that she's sleeping with or potentially having children with can even provide and protect for her in the future because she don't give a damn about his past. Maybe he came up or maybe he's fronting because you know a lot of guys front. And fellas is shooting up the club to women who done screwed half the damn football team and took, you know, her entire city where she came from. She was taking to Pound Town. Dudes don't even care about that, and so he's having a baby with her. 304s. Shout out to my man Ace. Ace is now the stream sponsor, who's now at $79.98. I gotta get this automated, especially if my homies is gonna be in here battling. Shout out to you, Ace. Appreciate you.
Being number one isn't easy.
Being number one is not easy. Being number one is not easy. Listen, there's a third family structure. The step family, stepdad, the blended family. This is my third favorite, you guys. Over half of all marriages end in divorce. Up to 60% in the black community, but I didn't bother writing that. Over half of all marriages across the board in America end in divorce. And so many of these individuals choose to get remarried. This creates what we call the step or blended family, which involves two separate families merging into one new unit, the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. Oh my God. Shout out to Jonathan Barronville. I told you he'd be petty. Jonathan's
Being number one
Throw
isn't
your ones
easy.
up for Jonathan. Throw your ones up for Jonathan. Jonathan's being petty. But he's doing what he do. He's doing what he doing. Now he's at 80-25. He ain't gonna let me in. They're not gonna let. Who's gonna let me in the stream with being the chat sponsor? Shout out to Jonathan Barronville for being super petty and taking the top spot as the chats as the stream sponsor. Edging my man out by 30 cents. I heard that. Fuck it.
Being number one isn't easy.
Look at Big Bad Bull's number one. That's right. He hit him with the bang. That's right, Chicago. Chicago Realist said it best. Listen, the Brady Bunch. Everybody can't stay together. Some people break up, you guys. In fact, most people break up. Most marriages end in divorce. They end in divorce with children. Then we have the blended families. I don't care. Mom and dad needs to be in the house. Mom and dad needs to be in the house. What does a blended family consist of? It consists of a husband, a new husband, a wife, or the spouse, and their children from previous marriages or relationships. Step families are about as common as the nuclear family, although they tend to have unique challenges such as adjustment periods and discipline issues. And that's the reason why men don't want to raise other men's children. I cannot raise somebody else's son or daughter the way I'd raise them because maybe I want to discipline them differently than that father does. I told the story of when I wanted to buy my stepson, when I was married, a mini bike. I grew up with a mini bike. I grew up with a mini bike. I did motocross. When I was a kid in the 80s, man, I went to motocross. I've already taken my son for his 4th birthday 2 years ago. We went to a monster truck at the Coliseum. I mean, not the Coliseum, at the Staples Center. Went to the Staples Center. He was excited. We got toys and shit. Let me show y'all. This was the truck of the night. This is El Toro Loco. We got this. He wanted this so bad. Because this truck right here. Y'all not even letting me have my show. Ace. All right, I'm going to come back to Ace real quick. Well, look what Ace is doing. Look what Ace is doing. I got 2 petty homies. I took my son. I wish I could put this up somewhere. This is El Toro Loco. This was my son's. We got this on his birthday when we went to the Staples Center for 2 years ago in 2017 for his 4th birthday. No, I'm sorry, not 2017. 2019. 2019, we went to the Staples Center and got this. Because I grew up with this stuff. Monster trucks, motocross. I was busted. I had a motorcycle. I had a mini bike. I had a go-kart. I did boy shit. Was excited to do boy shit. And I wanted my son, and he was excited to get this. Well, when I was married, he was a little older, and I wanted to get him a mini bike. I called his dad. And I said, yo, I want to get him a mini bike. His dad was like, nah, man, that's dangerous. I'm like, yo. And my wife was like, she was with it. But I couldn't go against his dad. His dad was like, nah, man, I don't want him to have a mini bike because they're dangerous. And I'm like, yo, but come on, man. So I didn't get him a mini bike. I didn't give him a mini bike. And as it says right here, although they tend to have unique challenges such as adjustment periods and discipline issues, you can't discipline, as a stepfather, you can't discipline your stepchildren the way you do your biological children. You can't do it. Let me give a shout out to Ace. Everybody throw your ones up for Ace for the
Being
$100
number one isn't easy.
super chat. He's all the way across the board. Hit us with the $100 super chat. He said, listen, Shan, tell JB I haven't been to the strip club in 2 years. I think he meant to say I'm different. I'm different. He was like, man, what you doing, bro? What you doing? Let me have that. Trying to take the spot? 179.98. Ace is the stream sponsor. Ace has supported me. Mind you, he supported me earlier this morning. 3 different super chats on that stream. I don't know how much money he gave me last week. He had to have given me $1,000 to support this channel and to encourage to make sure I'm able to do presentations and shit like this. And now he's supporting this particular show. Him and Jonathan Barrettville, along with Uncle Stu and everybody else that's helping. I appreciate, I appreciate all you guys. ML, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ace. It's hard to really say thanks to people. It's kind of weird because you're live right now. Like I'm live right now. And I got to make sure I say thanks to people that's blessing me who doesn't otherwise have to do that. Both of which are members of the Army. Both Jonathan Barrettville and Ace are members of my channel. They have a membership. They're soldiers. That's why they have that rank next to their names. Shout out to you guys, man. Step families need to learn to work together and also work with their exes to ensure these family units run smoothly. The blended family. How many of you guys grew up in a blended family? Sisters, you were introduced to your new sister. You were introduced to your new brother. It's your new brother. Because me and your mama, we hooking up. And we bringing the kids with us. And you mine, and that's his or hers. And so y'all meet and y'all get along. In fact, y'all sleeping in the same room together. This is my, what number is this? This is my 3rd favorite. My first favorite is the nuclear family. My second favorite is the childless family. My 3rd favorite is the step or blended family. And the 4th favorite is the extended family. This is grandma and them. This is grandma and them. Hold on a second. Let me turn my camera right. Just want to turn the brightness up a little bit. The extended family. This is where you're raised by your auntie. This is where grandma. This is for the people who say grandma raised me. This is the 4th family structure of 5. This is the 4th family structure of 5. The extended family structure consists of 2 or more adults who are related.
Being number one isn't easy.
Throw your ones up. Jonathan Barrettville. Super chat. He said, my guy Ace must not know how deep JB's dusty and warm pockets are. Y'all ain't gonna let me finish the show. I'm trying to finish the show. Ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing two rich men, wealthy men, two wealthy young men who spend on average $50,000 to $100,000 a year in super chats supporting various content creators on YouTube. That's all I know about. I don't know what they support on Instagram, in their own communities. I don't know what they support. Oh, thank you so much, AJ Richards, for subscribing to the channel. I'm only 15 subscribers away from 3,000. Can you guys help me get 3,000 before the end of the night? I'll do something special if I get 3,000 today. But ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing two extremely benevolent yet wealthy men being petty to each other. And they're doing it over here. First of all, I follow these guys around YouTube, different channels. They do this everywhere they go. It's not just me. It's not like I'm doing something special. They do this everywhere they go. They bless people who provide content and help the community. Really, they do. These two men extremely assist a lot of content creators. Over here, they just being petty. They being petty over at Shannon's place. So, real quick, Jonathan Barronville was at $80.05. Then he threw in 101. So now he's at a 181. 181.80. I got to give him the space because for a moment he was number one. So Jonathan Barronville became number one again as the stream sponsor. Derailing my whole presentation. This is why I guess Kevin Samuels don't talk about the money that people bring in, because it just derail. But I got to do. I'm too small to not recognize the people that support me. I don't even have 3,000 followers. I'll stop the show for people that put money in the pot. Sorry. If this messes up your flow and learning and whatnot, wait till I get bigger then, and then we'll figure something else out. In the meantime, I stop the show for people that even gives me $1. And so Jonathan Barronville has been so kind to go ahead and donate 100 and what does it say? $180, $181.80. Ace comes in and he blesses the channel because he was at 179. Then he hit us with another $100. So now he's at 279.97. So then then Ace became the stream sponsor at $279.97 because he just dropped another $100 super chat. As we talk about extended families, the fourth family structure. And I'm going to finish this one because I think somebody else just did. And I have a feeling that they're being super petty. And it was probably Jonathan Barronville. I don't know. I didn't look at the screen. It's probably Jonathan Barronville. I don't know. Right now, Ace is the stream sponsor at $279. I don't know. But if Jonathan was just at 181.80, there's no telling what Jonathan did. But the extended family structure consists of two or more adults who are related, either by blood or marriage, living in the same home. This is your grandma. This is your auntie. This is your uncle. This man, my grandma, my nana raised me. Sha'Carri Richardson. Remember when Sha'Carri Richardson was qualified for the United States representation at the Olympics this past summer? She ran up after she qualified, she ran up in the bleachers and she gave her nana a hug. She said it was her nana, her grandma, that pushed her to become who she is today as an athlete, put her through college and whatnot. It wasn't her mom and her dad. It was a grandma. Some of you guys was raised by your grandparents. Some of you guys was raised by your uncles or your aunts. Blood related. The extended family structure consists of 2 or more adults who are related, either by blood or marriage, living in the same home. This family includes many relatives living together and working towards common goals, such as raising the children and keeping up with the household duties. Many extended families include cousins, aunts, uncles, and grandparents living together. This type of family structure may form due to financial difficulties or because older relatives are unable to care for themselves all alone. Extended families are becoming increasingly common all over the world. This is where, look, man, we'll put grandma in the guest house. We got a big old home. Grandma can have the guest house. And we want her here because she makes it. She makes. Why did Ace give me another $99? He's already the stream sponsor. So it had to be Jonathan. I'm about to go. I'm about to see. I don't know what y'all talk. I know the chat is probably lit up, but I'm trying to get through this tutorial. This is where grandma raised you. Maybe your parents weren't around. Maybe somebody passed away. My condolences. The extended family structure is the 4th family structure. It's my 4th favorite of all. What's my favorite? Some people ask, I want the nuclear family. That's my number 1 preferred, and it's only 22% in America. The childless family. I'd rather you not have children than to bring in children and be a single parent, baby mama or baby daddy. Step family. This is where, you know what, maybe you was with somebody before, but you raising somebody else's children. That's my 3rd favorite. You're raising somebody else's child. And the 4th, which is the extended family. This is where grandma, grandpa, granny, papa, nana. This is where auntie or uncle is raising the children. I went to go stay with my uncle, man. My auntie, she raised me. My auntie took me in when I was 5. She raised me from there. And then there's the 5th one. Before we get there, it was Jonathan. Jonathan just left us at $81.80. I gotta write this shit down now. Ace is at $279.97. Ace is at $279.97. Hold on. I'm gonna miss On the Block with Jen show. Because y'all over here are being petty. But then Jonathan comes in and drops a $250 super chat. So a $250 super chat plus a $181 super chat is $350, $430.80.
Being number 1 isn't easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, for Jonathan Barronville, $250, $350, $430.80. Jonathan Barronville at $430.80 as the chat sponsor on the show called Nuclear Families. Of all shows that these brothers is supporting us with, I don't know how many people are watching the stream, but he's blessed the channel with Jonathan Barronville alone. He just came back from Dubai. He's blessed the channel with $430.80 worth of super chat. He is the stream sponsor currently. Thank you, Jonathan. Me and Jonathan, it's funny because me and Jonathan and me and Ace, we see eye to eye on so many different points. We rarely ever disagree with stuff. These guys, I'm spending the time providing the content. These dudes is making money and providing the support, along with all the people that provide anything more than $1.99. You guys all support the stream and support me and encourage me to keep going. You encourage me to keep going. I tell people all the time, eventually the way this is going, I'm doing this at 3,000. What happens when I become 30,000? I make quite a bit of money in fashion. I make a bunch of bread. But this is easier. I missed my spring collection this year. The sky's the limit in fashion. I could do $250 million a year if I build the business right. But I've been at it for 7 years. I do really, really well. I'm not at 250 million a year. I'm not there. Nowhere near it. But the content creation and helping people. See, what you guys don't see is the emails that come in. Yo, man, I watched this. And I'm talking about emails that reference videos from 2 months ago. I'm like, bro, I'm not even on that. But I feel I'm so humbled that helped you out. Yeah, man, me and my girl, we watched this show that you talked about. Now you got me in the gym. I ain't give a fuck about working out in myself, but me and my girl sat down and watched this show that you did about fat and frumpy dudes. My girl, she be going to the gym and I just be like, all right, until I watch your video, man. Thank you, man. I'd be like, damn, when did I do that video? That was a while back. That's priceless to me. To get those kind of messages, and I'm just like, I got a brother that's gonna take care of himself because of a video I made. And I probably saved his relationship with his woman who's already fit and is in the gym, but she couldn't get him in the gym, and it took my video to get him to go. Damn. Yeah, I kind of like this content creation thing if I'm helping people. And then I got people like Jonathan Barronville and people like Ace and people like Uncle Stu and everybody that always, Mr. Awesome, Marvelette, everybody that's always pouring into the channel. All y'all gonna do is make me start. I'm gonna fuck around and do this full time. This gonna be my side gig is gonna be my main gig, and I'm gonna turn my main gig into my side gig. That's what y'all gonna end up having doing for me. And I've only been over here for 2 months. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for that super chat, Jonathan. I know you being petty, but you being petty for a good cause. I'm scrolling past all these. I'm scrolling.
Welcome to the real world.
I'm scrolling. You know what? I think I skipped no, I didn't skip one. I didn't skip one. I thought I skipped one. Right now, the Ingram experience just said the space needs as many good masculine voices as possible like yours. I will always support. Shout out to you, my man. See, I'm skipping. I know you guys are probably saying some really nice things to me and I'm missing them. Maybe you guys are hating. I'm missing those too. As long as I can help one person, I'm cool. You ever heard, don't that always sound corny? As long as I can help one, it's worth it. Until you actually help one and then you be like, damn, that was fucking worth it. See, what you got to do is actually help one. And then you be like, fuck. When you actually, it sounds cliche and corny when you don't help people. But when you do actually help one person get into the gym or help one person save their relationship, you sit back and be like, damn, it was all worth it. That was cool as a motherfucker. So the people that say, as long as I can help one, once you help one, you'll see what they're talking about. Thank you, Ingram Experience. I appreciate those words, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate those words. A says, I skipped the last one. I thought I did. I knew I had. Where's that $99 super chat at? I'm about to put that up. Ace hit me with another $99 super chat. Yo, that's the sound from $100 and hires. We got to drop the bomb. That's what we drop the bomb, you guys. Ace was at $279.97. When he hit me with another $100, that turns it into to $379.96. $379.96 from Ace, $430 from Jonathan Barronville. My guys, let's finish this up, you guys. Let's finish this up. Thank you so much. Oh, narratives. My man Kwafi Fino is here. Kwafi Fino is here. Good to have you here, Kwafi Fino. It's a good dude. It's a good dude. Listen, you guys, I went over four of the 5 family structures. There's one more family structure. It's the one that I don't like as much as the other 4. I've talked about the first 4 that I like. I like the best nuclear families. That's what we need to get to. Nuclear families. Mother, father has children. They raise the children to adulthood under the same roof every day of their lives. That's what's best. Kids need their mom and their dad. Fellas, no more baby mamas. Don't make any more baby mamas. Ladies, learn how to discern Pookies and Ray Rays and stop fucking them. Stop having sex with them, ladies. Don't have sex with him anymore. Reserve yourself for men that's worthy of being with you. The number 2 is the childless family. I'd rather you not have, click it. No. I'd rather you not have children than to be a single parent. That's what Shannon votes. That's my vote. I know probably I'm getting lit up in the chat, but that's my vote. I'd rather you not have children than to have children all by yourself. Oh, but I want to freeze my eggs. I want to go get artificially inseminated. I make enough money. No, man. Kids need a mother and a father, period. Reserve that for the families, for the mother and fathers that can't have children for whatever reason. And they want to have children. They can adopt or whatever. If you want to have children, adopt. If you are single, if you are by yourself or a single family, or if you are a woman and wants a child, go adopt. Adopt. You know how many, there's children that need you. Everything is better than the foster care system. Everything is better than foster care. Single parenthood is better than foster care. Go adopt. But to have you know how selfish that is? To bring in a child and turn yourself into a baby mom? I'm putting it on you women because you guys make the decision. To become a baby mom simply because you want to reproduce yourself and you're going to bring them into, and you already fucking broke. You ain't got no money. You're poor and you want to have children. The third is the step family, or the blended family. The Brady Bunch. The third is the Brady Bunch. Anybody remembers the TV show, The Brady Bunch? Shout out to people that's my age. Shout out to Generation X that grew up on the Brady Bunch. The fourth is the extended family. This is where grandma raised you. This is where your uncle raised you. And then the fifth family structure, the one I hate the most, is the single parent. See the picture down there? See that photo I put up there? I hand selected that photo intentionally. This is the one I hate the most. This speaks to the topic of this room, of this show. Let's eliminate the baby mama and baby daddy culture and build the family mindset. The single parent family consists of one parent raising one or more children all on their own. This family may include a single mother with her children, a single dad with his kids, or a single person with their kids. The single parent family is the biggest change society has seen in terms of the changes in family structures. 1 in 4 children is born to a single mother. Single parent families are generally close and find ways to work together to solve problems. That's where the mamas get with other mamas. Baby mamas hook up with other baby mamas and build the baby mama culture. Then they get together and then they shack up together. Girl, why don't we get at a place together? Can't get no man, so we'll just get a place together. 1 in 4 children is born to a single mother. Single parent families are generally close and find ways to work together to solve problems such as dividing up household chores. When only one parent is at a home, it may be a struggle to find childcare as there is only one parent working. This limits income and opportunities in many cases, although many single parent families have support from relatives and friends. You putting that on your grandma. Grandma already raised you. Grandma raised you. Now you want grandma to raise your kids? She has a life. Grandma got a life, ladies. Always dropping your damn kids off at grandma. You watch the kids. Stop giving them to your grandmother. Stop giving them to the grandma. Fellas, stop giving the baby to your dad, to your moms. Stop passing the buck off to your moms because you want to go party or do something. Your grandparents or the child's grandparents, your parents, raised you. Let them live their best life. But instead, and I get it, grandma wants to be there. You know why? Because you ain't shit. You know why grandma wants to raise the kids so bad? It's because you ain't shit. And she knows it. She knows you ain't shit, and she don't want the grandkids to be ain't shit people like you. Single parent is the worst of them all, in my personal opinion. The baby mamas and the baby daddies is the worst. Shannon, what caused you to talk about this topic? And then we're going to wrap this up. Now that Jonathan Barronville and Ace Sr. has given me a record streaming. This is my highest record streaming of all time in terms of Super Chat. Who would have thought on a Monday afternoon? Shannon, what's making you talk about this? Why are you talking about this today? My frat brother, Mark Lamont Hill. You guys ever heard of Mark Lamont Hill? He had a show on his network. It's called the BNC, the Black News Channel. Have you guys ever heard of the Black News? It's a new network. It's like a year old. Mark is out of Philly, I believe. He's my frat. Kappa Alpha Psi. He had a show. And he had a guest on the show, a woman named Brittany Cooper, also known as Professor Crunk. Have you guys ever heard of Professor Crunk? Has anybody ever heard of Professor Crunk? She's a feminist, self-proclaimed and devoted feminist. I think it's like in her bio, she talks about how she's feminist and everything. And Mark was having a show because right now, they're discussing the ongoing argument of women and their reproductive rights. There's protests that's going on right now at the Supreme Court about the changes in, I think like Roe versus Wade. It's like they're talking about making abortion illegal. And it made me go look her up based on some of the things that she was saying. I was like, what the hell? She said some things that was like, I was like, The fuck she talking about? So I ran over to, I Googled her. And then, this is just a few days ago. So I Googled her. Then I ran over to her Twitter page. She was in beef with somebody else. And then, wait, what y'all talking about? I'm not sure what y'all talking about. Anyway, I'll come back to that. Anyway, so I was watching her show and I was just like, yo, what the fuck's she talking about? So I ran, because I support my frat brother as much as I can. Mark Lamont Hill over at the BNC network, the Black News Channel. And they were discussing, the reproductive thing. And I went and saw a post about hers. And during her post, she said, hold on, let me pull it up. I want to show y'all this post. She made this tweet. She tweeted this out. This is what caused me to do this show. This wasn't the show I was going to do today. I was planning on doing a different show, but this is what caused me to do the show. During her back and forth with Delano Squires, she said, we don't need traditional nuclear families for Black thriving. I was like, what? She said, we don't need traditional nuclear families for Black thriving. This is Professor Crunk, Brittany Cooper. She's a correspondent. Well, she's not a correspondent, but she's a frequent guest of various news channels talking about Black issues. As one raised by my mother, grandmother, and my aunts, I can attest. I should have stopped reading right there. We don't need traditional nuclear families for Black thriving, as one raised by my mother, grandmother, and my aunties. We should support families however they are configured to provide basic needs in loving and safe environments. That's what being pro-Black family means. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. I kind of understood why she was on Mark's show. Because Mark be saying some stuff that I don't really rock with, but that's my frat. So you'll never hear me talk about my frat. But when I read this, I was like, yo, we don't need traditional nuclear families for Black thriving. As one who was raised by her mother, her grandmother, and her aunts, no male influence whatsoever. No male influence, not my uncle, my dad, or my grandfather. No, I'm a woman, I'm a feminist, and we don't need a nuclear family in the Black community. We just need women to do it. We can thrive without these men. Fuck these men is how I read this. That's how I read it. I don't know how you read it, but that's how I read it. We don't need traditional nuclear families for Black thriving. As one raised by my mother, grandmother, and aunties, I can attest to that. We support families however they fucking come. Are you crazy? Professor Crunk? This is the shit that this is what I'm talking about. Y'all be thinking I'm tripping. I ain't get to this. I ain't wake up one day and said, let me just start shitting on the way a lot of older women think. I've been hearing this stuff all my life, man. All throughout when I was young, ripping and running in the military and running in the streets of LA in the 80s, in the 70s as a kid, through the 90s, I was being indoctrinated and I was hearing shit. You'd hear it like, when women, we'd hear it like it was like whispers. And as a young Black boy, I'm listening to this stuff and being brighter than most. I'm like, that don't make no sense. All the way until I get to now, 49, I'm like, oh, This is why shit ain't working out. This is why this ain't working. This right here was what was being spewed a lot back in the day. That's right, Black Savant. Black Savant says modern women always say some fuck shit. They think anything goes. No idea what structure looks like. The swooviest, exactly. And the sad part is she believes she is right. Exactly, Cam Rob. This is destructive talk. Come on, man. We don't need traditional nuclear families for Black thriving. Ladies, young ladies, I'm talking to the women who are young, who are interested in becoming married, who is interested in starting a family, who is 35 and younger. I'm talking to you. Ignore these older women. They're giving you bad fucking advice. I've been saying this for a long time. You guys think I'm tripping, but this is what the sisterhood has been indoctrinating you guys with, and I need you to break rank. Break rank. It's okay to break rank. Do not follow this kind of shit. We don't need traditional Black families. We don't need traditional nuclear families. I had to do the show. I couldn't wait for this to be. I couldn't do this show in a week. I had other shows I had lined up for this week. I had to do this. I just jumped this in today. I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. I went and looked her up. Like, who is this woman? This is her. This is her, y'all. This is her. I don't know what she's talking over at Rutgers. Maybe she worked at Rutgers. See, I'm not getting no damn. Where's the images at? That's her. We don't need no traditional nuclear family. We don't need no men in the house. This is the woman that's telling y'all ladies, we don't need no men. You don't need no man. My mother and my grandmother and my aunt did it all by themselves, ladies, and look how I turned out. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just showing you that this is what she wants you to become. Like her. Do what I did, ladies. Look, ladies. Look at me. We don't need no men. She's a feminist. I'm not even going. Wait, open image. Let me see. This woman is telling women who's a feminist, who claim to be fighting for Black families and Black power, that we don't need nuclear families. This woman, how do I point? This woman is telling you young ladies that we don't need nuclear. You don't need a man in the house. As a woman who was raised by my father, let me change that. As a woman who was raised by my mother, my grandmother, and my aunties, I can attest to it. Look at me. She said this 5 days ago. And y'all don't want to listen. Now, who you want to listen at? You have a choice. You can listen at big, bald, black ass, old Shan, divorced twice. Or you can listen to her. Free country, it's up to you. I want you to win, ladies. And I believe a nuclear family is required for the success of your children. I think it's required for the success of your children. I want you to have a nuclear family. I want you to die with a husband. I want you to grow old in love. I want you to grow old with a man who's going to provide for you, protect you, who's going to problem solve your life issues. I want a man that's going to be with you for the rest of your life. I want somebody who's going to make you feel like the woman that you are. I want somebody who's going to cover you, ladies. That's what I want. And it requires a man, a masculine alpha male. That's what I want. That's what I want. I'm just telling you what I want. She's saying you don't need Shannon. You don't need a SHAN. She's saying that you don't need a SHAN. You could do it as long as you got a mama and a grandmama and some aunties. Fuck the men. Fellas, you want a red flag? Let me give you one. Emmanuel, I see you trying to pull up. I see you, Emmanuel, but I'm not. The back is closed because I'm getting ready to end the show. I see you, Emmanuel, trying to pull up, but the back is closed. I'm going to end the show in just a second. Catch me in the chat. Ladies, this is what your boy Shan wants. The reason why I talk the way I talk, the reason why I have the shows that I have, the reason why I come down hard on women is because the onus is on you. The onus is on you. I want you to change your mindsets, ladies. I'm working on the men, but I'm talking to you, ladies. I want you to change your mindsets. I don't want that shit that I grew up with, hearing, and like everywhere I went, whether it was at the Boys and Girls Club or whether it was out camping or when I was in school, now the shit is all making sense. But it's making sense after I'm 50 fucking years old. I wish it made sense to me when I was 20. It didn't. I was the king of betas. I was the simp president. Fellas, down with simping. Fuck simping. It doesn't work out. We gave it a shot. We tried it for 20, 30 years. It's not working out. So now we got women like this who's telling other women that nuclear families are not necessary, and instead telling them that, look at me. I grew up with my mother, my grandmother, and my auntie. And I'm Dr. Crunk. I'm Professor Crunk. The decision is yours. Like everybody that watches this video in the future, everybody that's doing the replay, everybody that's come to my channel, thank you. I hope you're subscribing and that you're watching this video. Thank you to everybody that, please share this video to everybody. For everybody that's watching this from somebody else sharing it, thank you. Ladies, the choice is yours. Do you want to listen to me or do you want to listen to Professor Crunk here? Do you want to listen to Professor Crunk here? Professor Crunk. Professor Crunk, my friends. She'll tell you. That's why I did tonight's show. That's why I did tonight's show. Can I add my little nah, I can't. Let me put this up. Let me put this up. This, my friends, is Professor Crunk. Professor Crunk does not think that black families need a nuclear family to thrive. Professor Crunk here believes that black people do not need a nuclear family to thrive. And in fact, she can attest. She is the testimony to saying it's not necessary. Be like her, ladies. Young ladies, become like her, because all she needed was her mother her grandmother, and her auntie. And you can be like her. Or get you a Shannon. Pick one, ladies. You can't have both. You can become what Professor Crunk wants, or you can get yourself an old man like Shan that's going to protect you and provide for you every day of your life. All you got to do is get on my program. All you got to do is get on my program. You want me to cover you? Get on my program. Respect me. Revere me. Love me. That's all we want. We ain't asking for too much. Is that too much to ask for? Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys. I was going to talk a little bit about... Nah, it doesn't matter what I was going to talk about. I got to go. This show is already 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's already an hour and a half longer than I wanted. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. Have you guys subscribed to my channel? I am close to 3,000 followers. I need subscribers. I need a couple more subscribers. Help me get to 3,000 tonight. Can you guys help me do that? Share me in your community tab. Share me on your Facebook page. Share this video on your Facebook page. If you do your boy a favor, just say, hey, peep this show out, and then share, hit the share button and then post it on your Facebook timeline and just say, hey, everybody, watch this and subscribe to my man Shan. Help me get to 3,000 before midnight tonight. That'd be really dope. I'm at like 2,985, I think is the last time I looked. Like the video if nothing else though. I really, really need you to like this video so you can let YouTube know that it's worth watching. And join the army over here at YouTube. Join the army where we level up over here. We're taking our lives to the next level. Iron sharpens iron over here. I'm Mr. Shan, the man with the plan. I've been there and done that, and not much surprises me anymore. And you, my friends, are dismissed.
Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver. Pa' que el CP se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer. Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que yo parezca en él.
All right, let's pick a winner.
Como que ella quiere disfruta la noche, lo anormal.
Here we go.
Que el novio teme que su relación va a terminar.
The Ingram Experience. Hey!
No necesita alguien más. Quiere un selfie para su Instagram. Ella ya no quiere relación.
The Ingram Experience won the Super Chat contest, y'all.
Que solamente le dé traición. Para después llegar con un perdón. Quiere hangar. Que goza la vida y no hacen como esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver.
Jonathan Barronville hit me with a $5 super chat. He said, OG, I need to know how much Ace dropped in the Cash App. I might need to pull out the big bag. Oh, he said the Cash App? He said the Cash App? Wait, stop. Hold on. I'm not reading the chat, but I just saw. So look, Jonathan Barronville just hit me with a $5 super chat, which adds to his already $430 super chat. He says, Shan, I need to know how much Ace dropped in the Cash App. I might need to pull out the big bag. What? So my phone is over here. I'm not paying attention to the Cash App. Ace hit me with a Cash App? Because I'm going to put the streak. I'm gonna put the stream sponsor up. Hold on. Ingram Experience won the contest. John Ace. Oh, shout out to Freedman's Journal. Freedman's Journal hit me with a $5 super chat. Shout out to Freedman's Journal. Everybody throw your ones up. For
Being
Freedman's
number
Journal.
one isn't easy.
But everybody listen, Cash App. I got a Cash App here from Ace. I'm opening up my Cash App right now. Can this focus in on my shit? I got a Cash App from Ace, you guys. I told you, we give props over here. $200. I don't know if it's gonna be able to show it. Damn, it's not showing. It's too bright. And my camera settings. Let me see. Did you catch that? I caught it for a quick glimpse. $200 super chat. I mean, $200. A $200 blessing from Ace Senior. Ace had already gave $379 in super chats. That turns around and makes Ace $579.96, which means I got to update the chat, the show sponsor, to $579.96. This is one of the best shows that I had. And see, I put it together. I had all my shit together. I had the nuclear family. I had the childless family. I had the step family. I had the extended family. I had the single parent family. You know, I had my talking points. I was trying to hit them hard. And I had the link up to show the woman that was talking shit. Oh, see, that's the win. That's the chat winner. Ingram Experience won the chat. In case you guys, you know, I used to show you guys who won by pulling up the screen. I don't do that anymore. But I'm not, you know, to let you know I'm doing it, keeping it 100. That's the system. Ingram Experiences won the chat, so he could follow the instructions. That's how it works. So shout out to him. But then I had old girl up. She's gone now, so I took it down already. But this is one of my best shows. All because I was pissed off at a black woman calling herself Professor Crunk, telling black women that they don't need a nuclear family. All they need is women to raise. That's bullshit. So that's why I did this show. And then look how it worked. The little work that I did put in, blessings just came raining down on the program. Blessings from my man, Jonathan Barronville, $430 in super chats and $579 in super chats from my man Ace Senior. That's $1,000 for one show from two of my most coveted and esteemed soldiers in the Army. They're members of my show to help me continue to do what I'm doing. You know what this money goes to, right? So you talk about transparency. I'm not buying Gucci. I'm not running. I already make a bunch of money. You know, I already make a bunch of money. I don't need. I'm not buying another car. I already got 7 cars. I don't need another car. I don't need another house. You know what this is going to go to? This is going to go to better research and product production value. It's going to go towards me hiring some young intern or a college student to work and do the things necessary to make this show better. To hire people that can do the research, to hire people that people like everybody that sends a super chat in, you know, YouTube keeps 30%, right? So the other 70% goes to us. I pay taxes on that. So the remaining money is going to go towards me getting somebody to help me do the research so I can bring you guys quality shows. It's important that I bring you guys quality shows. I'm a film producer. Quality matters. Everybody, oh, Shan, look at your camera. Your shit is all dope. That's because success is in the details. Jonathan and Ace, they don't have to do that shit. They don't have to do that, but they do. Thank you so much, Ace. I couldn't end the show. I couldn't end it, you guys. I couldn't do it without keeping it 100. My man Jonathan and my man Ace. Stop sending money today, please. Spread it out. I mean, I know you guys is balling out of control. Ace, you guys, do you guys know what Jonathan Barronville does and what Ace does for a living? That they can pay $50,000 to $100,000 a year in super chats? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. While you out there talking about you don't need no nuclear family, you need a Jonathan Barronville and an Ace Senior to protect, provide, and problem solve for you. The fuck? I appreciate you guys. I'm out. I'll see you tonight because I'm getting ready to run over to Jen on the block with Jen. Then I'm gonna go. I got a show tonight. I'm putting it all up on my Instagram and everything with Security Boss. I'll see you guys. You're dismissed.
Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver. Pa' que el CP se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer. Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que yo parezca en él. Como que ella quiere disfrutar la noche, lo anormal. Porque el novio teme que su relación va a terminar. Se da cuenta que no necesita a alguien más. Quiere un selfie para su Instagram. Ella ya no quiere relación. Alguien que diga su condición, que solamente le dé traición, para después llegar con un perdón. Quiere hangar y ser de esos babies que goza la vida y lo hacen como esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver. Para que el CP se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer, perdió esa mujer. Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que yo parezca en mí, que yo parezca en mí. No tiene sueños, solamente en sus sueños nos ponemos risueños con un norteño y mi flow brasileño. Yo te juro que es bueno, ya me doy el palo. Ese empate si lo desigualo. Le gusta lo honesto y lo malo. Me traje un regalo. Ella ya no quiere relación. Alguien que diga su condición, que solamente le dé traición, para después llegar con un perdón. Quiere hangar y ser de esos pibes que goza la vida y lo hacen como esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver, ella quiere ver. Para que el CP se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer, perdió esa mujer. Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que yo parezca en mí, que yo parezca en mí. Dime todo lo que ella quiere, nada ha sido regalado. Entre más independiente, más quiero estar a su lado. Esas nenas, mata, es que más. Ella está plena la noche entera. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver, ella quiere ver. Para que el CP se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer, perdió esa mujer. Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que yo parezca en mí, que yo parezca.